Hello everybody, Duclays here, and I wanted to make this video. It's like a CHAD guide slash analysis of my two runs, which, by the way, you shouldn't really listen to me because I didn't get my fire cape, but we're going to look at why I didn't get my fire cape. So I'm going to show you everything I did wrong, at least everything that I could see that I did wrong, and we'll try to figure out how to avoid that in the future. So first clip. So here's the first big mistake I did. As you can see, I got the 180 behind me, but I turned off melee because I thought he was actually safe spotted there. Turns out you should really know which safe spots work and which don't, because if not, you're going to get whacked for 24 fucking damage. So that was the first mistake I did, not knowing the exact safe spots. And here is the second mistake I did. Wave 31, the first major spawns. I was going to try to save prayer points, as you should do, and that didn't really work, because I suck at flicking. So tip number 2, if you don't know how to flick, don't do it, because you'll get hit for 40 fucking damage. My third tip is, the majors does have a melee attack, which will hit you for 43 damage and mess up your entire run. So yeah, like the guide I read at RuneScape Wikia didn't actually mention, they did mention that the rangers had a melee attack but not the majors. So that pissed me off quite a bit. My fourth tip is, even though you should kill the prayer drainers first, don't let yourself get hit just to do that, because that's not worth it. Like, you usually bring more prayer potions than you bring food, so if you have to get hit once or twice by the prayer drainers, that is fine, just don't get hit for 24 damage again. Fifth tip is, and this might just apply to me, but if you're panicking, you better hope you're playing in full screen mode or something similar, because you can see there, I panicked like all hell because the majors found me, and I had a melee on me. I took extra damage, I could have actually died because the majors can hit 60. Also running right in front of the major, he can melee me, keep forgetting that. So pathing, try not to have any other windows open, and just don't panic. It will just waste more food and stuff. The sixth tip is, I guess this is not much of a tip, but on the 61st wave you will have one major and two meleers, and you can get really screwed up. I will show you in the second run, but if they spawn in a horrible place, then you will get hit a lot. So that blows. But this run, I was so lucky, they lined up after just 1 or 2 hits, I believe. I did actually mess up a little bit. Let them hit me once, twice, 3 times. But after that, they got stuck, so that is fantastic. Shame that I failed so miserably before this part. And of course, the last part is the Jad fight itself. Now, as you can see, I actually took a huge hit there from his range attack, and that's because I messed up my prayer switches. Press melee instead of ranged. Again, just don't panic, keep it cool. And I'll come back to this again in the next run. So this is my second run in the fight caves, and I did really good in the beginning. Like, you can see my inventory in a second there. I had only used like 3 doses up to this point, so there's my 4th dose on wave 32. I hadn't taken any damage, basically. Just a couple of melee hits in previous waves. But here is a huge mistake I did. I was running away to kite the prayer drainers, and I get hit by the mage attack as I pressed my quick prayer. So that blows. And here's another pretty bad mistake I did. I had caught the melee here, but the mage was coming and had the ranger on me, so tried to escape, got hit for 21. I'm not sure if I could have done anything different there, but running further east first might have helped. South. And here's another mistake I did, trusting the pathing system, and I get hit for 35 by the major again. So definitely take like big circles around the majors, because they hit you hard. As you can see, I brought a lot of purple sweets with me. I'm pretty sure I had like 84 when I started. And as you can see, I've eaten like 60, 70 of them. And that only goes to show that I got really unlucky against the rangers and other parts where I had to take damage. And I also got hit for unnecessary damage a lot of times, so that blows. Okay, and here's wave 61 again, where the 2 male layers and a mage spawn, and I got really unlucky. The male layers spawned on opposite sides. Kind of. But I couldn't find a good way to line them up, and I took a lot of unnecessary damage. I just have no idea how to like outrun them without getting hit. I actually did it there, but other times. And I was thinking maybe I could like catch them on a rock, but the major spawned in the middle, so that was super unlucky. And I couldn't get both of them stuck at the same time, and there was no rock I could hide behind to get the major to come as well. So if you get unlucky here, you just have to do the best you can, try to line them up. I eventually got it right, but I wasted so much prayer and other stuff, so definitely luck plays a part in here. And of course, if you're really good at kiting mobs, then yeah, you can probably do it way easier than I did. And we're back at Jad again. And I had done this wave so good up until this point, but I did get hit for 28, which could have killed me. It could have hit 17-8, which is my max hit points. But it didn't kill me, so I was happy. I could still do this. I had killed 3 healers, I had the healer on me, I was ready to kill Jad. Until the damn healers respawned. As you can see, there's another healer, and 3 more or 2 more are incoming. I had asked my clan chat and stuff if I could kill 3 and just tank 1 of them, would they respawn? The answer I got was no, they would not respawn. Later on, some other people answered yes, they will respawn. But at this point I kind of panicked. I was trying to keep cool, trying to just tag all of them. But I believe the next hit is what kills me. I had grabbed all 4 of them, trying to line them up. I misclick my prayers, and he KOs me with mage. So that's how my second run ended. I just have to learn how to line them up. Now that I've covered all the mistakes I did, I guess I can try to make a guide, because I can do this, I just have to not screw up. And also getting higher stats and better gear will help, obviously. Let's start by looking at the monsters you'll have to fight in the cave. I'm not going to pronounce the names because I can't, but we start off by looking at the level 22 fire bat looking thing. It attacks with melee. It will drain your prayer even if you pray against it. So if it hits a 0, you'll still lose a prayer point. And it drains another prayer point for every damage it does. So if it hits a 4, you will be drained 5. I'm pretty sure that's correct. You will attack these guys by clicking attack on them and then running away immediately. And it should be killed first as long as you're safe to attack it. So if you got a level 180 melee on you, you try to safe spot that first before you kill these guys. The second monster we're going to look at is the level 45 meleeers. They obviously attack with melee, and if you hit them with melee, they will recoil the damage. They hit semi-accurately, and they can deal up to 7 damage, I think. When you kill them, they will spawn 2 little versions of themselves that are level 22. And you should prioritize these guys after you kill the 90 rangers. So this is the guys that spawn after you kill the level 45. It spawns 2 of them, and you should prioritize them after you've killed the 45. They can hit force, but they don't hit very often. Now things are starting to get scary. The level 90 rangers are very accurate and can hit as high as 13. You should pray against these when you can, so when there's no majors or meleeers in range of you. And you should prioritize these as fast as possible after you kill the prayer draining bats. This is the level 180 meleeer. He is pretty damn big, I think 2 or 3 squares big. So he is easily, in quotation marks, safe spotted. You might have some trouble. His max hit is 25, and when he's within melee range, he will heal himself and other monsters that are close by. This guy should not be prioritized, he should just be safe spotted. This brings us to the major, level 360 and a pain in the ass. He uses mage and melee, really important, he fucks you up. Max hit is 54, he is huge, but he's hard to safe spot because he's mage. Always pray magic when these guys are alive. You don't want to get hit from out of nowhere for 54. Also, kill these guys when everything else is safe spotted or dead. which brings us to the final boss, which will grant you your fire cape. So this is Jad. He is a tribrid. His max hit is 98 with melee and 97 with range and mage. He will spawn 4 healers when he reaches 50% HP. He has a crap ton of defense and he's a mean motherfucker who will destroy your life. That was cringeworthy. Anyway, so this is the final monster you encounter in the fight caves. It's the level 108 melee healer. They will spawn 4 of them when Jad reaches 50% health. Their max hit is 14, so they're quite scary, and they will heal Jad when they are in combat or within 1 square of him. You want to attack them, but don't kill them, because they will just respawn. You should try to line them up so only 1 of them is hitting at a time, worst case 2 of them. This is the layout of the map, the Fight Caves map. As you can see, there are 3 like rocks where you can save spot. It's Italy Rock, Dragon Rock and Long Rock. Now, what I didn't understand was that not every side of the rocks are actually safe spots. So on Italy Rock, the south side is a safe spot. On Long Rock, the south side is a safe spot. And on Dragon Rock, the west side is a safe spot. You can't really safe spot the rangers or magers, only if they get stuck on the long sides. So if they go out on the edge where you would safe spot a melee and attack him, they will attack you back, so don't do that. You can also use other monsters as safe spot, as shown here, where I've stuck the 180 melee monster behind the mage. So now let's take a look at the waves. The way it works is that it spawns the first monster, and then 2 of that monster, then the upgrade of that monster. So that means, for example, Prayer Bat, next wave 2 Prayer Bats, then a level 45, then a 45 plus Prayer Bat, plus 2 Prayer Bats, and so on and so forth. So it upgrades the monster every other turn and spawns a new monster as well. So here are some of the waves to look out for. Wave 7, your first ranger, remember to put on protect from range. Wave 15, first melee, remember to safe spot him. If you have to run through him or something, remember to protect from melee. Wave 22, melee plus range, remember to safe spot the melee and pray range. You can use the range monster to safe spot the 180 melee. Wave 31, your first mage, remember to pray magic. Pray against magic. Every time there is a mage on the floor, remember to pray against it. Wave 45, a mage plus 2 rangers, remember to protect from magic and attack the 2 rangers first, because they will deal a lot of damage to you. If you bring a leg switch or another piece of armor, remember to put that on and activate the thick skin prayer. Also, it might be wise to put on your range boosting prayer as well to kill them as quickly as possible to save food. Wave 46 as well, kind of scary, mage plus 180 melee. You want to safe spot the 180 behind the mage, or if it gets stuck at one of the other spots, that's fine too. Wave 53 and onwards as well, the mage plus 180 melee plus ranger. This is all of the waves from here on onwards will deal damage to you because of the ranger. So what you want to do is to focus the ranger and of course the bats afterwards, while safe spotting the 180 melee and protecting against magic. And after you've killed the ranger, kill the major, and so on and so forth. Wave 60. This is also really scary, because there's a mage, a melee, and 2 rangers this time. And as previously with 2 rangers, put on your protective gear, activate thick skin, pray against magic, and stuck the melee. Wave 62, that's the wave before Jad. There will be 2 majors, and one of them will be orange. That is the one you shall kill last, and make note of where it actually spawns, because that is where Jad will spawn the following round. For equipment and inventory, this is what would be recommended. So what you're going to aim for is high range attack bonus, high range and crush defense bonus, because of the rangers and the healers, and of course high prayer bonus, because you will be praying a lot. The equipment you will be using, of course, depends on your defense level and prayer level. If you have 99 prayer, you won't need as much prayer boosting gear. But you can be using stoles, holy sandals, proselyte leggings, maybe even helm. It depends on what you have available as well, if you're an Iron Man, for example. But at least focus on those 4 stats: range attack, range and crush defense, and prayer. What you bring in your inventory is kind of up to you. You have to kind of get a feel for it yourself, but purple candy can really help. You get those from clue scrolls or the Grand Exchange if you're not an Iron Man. They will heal between 1 and 3 hit points each and also restore 10 run energy, which will be very useful, at least if you're trying to go quick. Definitely bring lots of prayer potions, Samfuse serum or super restores, because you will be praying a lot. Make sure to afford those as well. For food you could bring tuna sweet corn potatoes or baskets of strawberries or sardomin brews or whatever you want. If you're using a runite crossbow, the adamant bolts with diamond enchanted tips can really help you against Jad because of his defense level. So if you have the inventory slot for that, then definitely try to do it. Now let's take a look at how Jad attacks, because he is the next one you'll be facing. As you can see, he lifts his feet up very high when he uses his mage attack, and it also makes a sound, which we will listen to in a moment. When he uses range, he lifts his feet slightly off the ground and slams them down. I will play this a couple of times so you can get used to it, and I definitely suggest you watch this a couple of times over, just to make sure that you know what you're looking for, so you can switch your prayer correctly. Now I will play the sounds. Now that you know the sounds and animations of Jad, it's time to focus on the last thing, which I have failed every time: the healers. So only attack them once, preferably, to make them aggro on you, and don't kill them. For the love of God, don't kill them. When you have attacked all 4 of them, try to lure them away from Jad, and remember, focus on Jad's animations and sounds so you don't miss your prayer flicks like I do. And try to line them up so at most 2 are hitting you at the same time. And after that, just kill Jad, basically. That's all there is to it. I have failed so far, but I will try again later on, and I wish you the best of luck when you try Fight Caves. So this has been my first RuneScape guide. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's a decent length, and if you liked it, please click the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button. There you go. English is hard. And maybe even share the video around. Do you maybe have a friend who needs some help with Jad? Show him this video. Maybe he'll do it next time.